Let's imagine that you have a great idea to find a crystal ball and through it to find a way to foresee the future and to become rich and richer. But if you go to Amazon or if you surf throughout internet, you will have a bitter surprise. There aren't any crystal balls that works on sales. You might find some crystal balls, but they won't work. Unfortunately, nowadays there aren't any crystal balls that works. If you find one, you will become easily rich, and so you will have a better life, but it's very difficult to find. And then we can switch to another machine that could be very useful in order to get rich, a machine to produce money. You probably won't find it, but with the difference with the crystal balls, yes, the machine to produce money exists, but not for everyone. So, before going on, please remember I have my book about inflation. There you will find everything you need to know about inflation. So please remember to check the description and you will find a way to get my book. Also, remember to give me your like and to share this video with your friend. It will help a lot my channel. So, the machine to produce money does exist. But before understanding how does it work and who's the owner of the machine, let's think about a little bit what is money and what are the basic functions of money. Okay, money has three basic functions, and in order to be considered that, it must have this function, always have this function. The first function is to measure the value of goods and services. So, thanks to the money, you can measure the value of some goods and some services. For example, if you want to buy a ring, a diamond ring for your wife or for your girlfriend, or if you want to buy a watch, an expensive watch for your husband, or if you want to go to the supermarket just to get some groceries for the weekend or for the week, you need the money. And the money measures exactly the value of each one of the goods and service that you are going to buy. Then the second function of money is to allow the exchange of goods and service in the market among nations and among different actors or different enterprises. So if you are a private citizen, you can use money in order to live, in order to go on vacation. If you are a company and an industrial company, you need the money in order to buy what you need in order to make your production. So the money is a sort of lubricant that allows the economy to work within a country and within the world economic system. Then we arrive to the third function of money, which is actually, in my opinion, the most important. Money should represent value through time. So, inflation is the first enemy or the most dangerous enemy of money, because inflation destroys the value of money. So, in order to have money, or the currency, dollars if you are in a dollar countries like the United States or some other countries that have adopted the dollar, or if you make global inter-exchange, because you need, probably if you are a nation or a company that works worldwide, you need to have some account in dollars in order to receive payments and in order to make your purchases. But even if you are in the euro system, you need the money to live. Or maybe you are in Mexico, you need the Mexican peso. So you have different currency all throughout the world that will allow you to make your purchases, to make your payments, and to store some of your wealth. So, in the past, we were used, in the ancient past, many centuries before even the born of Jesus Christ, there were forms of money. There were coins In some cases, these coins were cloned with precious metal, gold or silver. So in that economy, gold and this coin represented value for themselves. Why? Because gold had and was able to maintain and contain a measure of value just because gold was a scarce metal. Even bronze or copper or maybe silver. Then throughout time, the political system and the economical system discovered a different way to conceptualize money. What we know as the fiat currency. In particular, the United States abandoned the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1971. So, from that moment, after that moment, the money as we know it is represented by the fiat currencies system. That could be the dollar or the euro or maybe the Mexican peso. Under the fiat currency, you have to understand that the value of the money is established by the government. The government established that the money has a certain amount of value, and by the faith in the government from its citizens that they believe that the money has that value. So under the fiat currency, if you think well, now you have to understand how money is created. The first one are the money that is cloned or printed directly by the state through the central bank, that maybe is the one that prints directly, or through the mint of the state or the press of the state. So that money is free money that the state prints. It represents usually between 3 to maximum 5-7% of the whole amount of money in circulation. Then you have the money that is created by different bank, by the bank system, that is known as the fractional banking system. That basically the fractional way of creating money is very easy to understand. If you deposit physical money, you receive in exchange a certificate that is known as electronic money. So the bank usually doesn't have, or it is not required to have physical reserve in order to give back the money to its customers. So the fractional system depends on the reserves that the bank is obliged or not obliged to keep in order to fulfill the customer need to receive the money back. And during the pandemic, the US brought to zero this reserve. So, for example, if you put $1,000 and the reserve are 10%, 1 between 10% is equal to 10. So 10 for $1,000, the capability to create money by the banking system from $1,000 is 10,000. Okay? But if you have zero, if you divide 1 by 0, the number you have is close to infinite or infinite. So you have to understand this point. It's very important, because in some countries, theoretically, the bank system have the capability to create an infinite quantity of money. And then you have the third way, that it is the one liked by the politician, is through central bank. Politicians, through central bank, are able to discount the bond or the government debt to receive money, or the banking system. Every time that the bank send bonds or to the central bank and it receive money, this is the creation of money through the central bank. So you have three ways to create money. First one is to print. The second one to the fractional deposit system. And the third one is the discount through the central bank. In a certain way, and in many countries, central bank have become the automatic cashing machine of the government. So, when the creation of money is completely unbalanced with the economy, as it happened in Venezuela, Zimbabwe, or the Argentina, you see the destruction of value of money. How to destroy its value. So, yes, the machine to produce money exists. Unfortunately, it is not available for you or for me, because it would be very easy for us to produce money and maybe to get richer. Actually, if you find a way to produce money, to print money, maybe you are likely to go to jail. The politician, of course, through public spending, they won't go to jail. They are producing money, more money than one needed on the market, in a legal way. So, unfortunately, you won't be able to find this machine. But if you liked my video, give me your like and subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to another presentation. Thanks for your attention.